Today we will be building a fitness circuit. So it's a very straightforward activity. In order to get started, you need your code from our last activity. Remember how we disabled our countdown function? Well, today we're going to re-enable it, and we're just going to add one more block, and then you're going to be all set. So when we finish coding, you're going to be able to have both the countdown from 10 and a stopwatch. So all you need to do is grab another when splat pressed, and we're gonna make this splat number 3. So you also need to add another splat, and then to re-enable, it's the same as if you were disabling. So right click and then enable block, and then we also need our button that calls to the function. So we need to enable the count from 10. We just snap this on. Let's test our code to make sure everything works. So what should happen when we press run is splat number 1, when pressed, should play a ref whistle, then the stopwatch should begin. And then so long as we're exercising and we're done exercising before 30 seconds and we press splat number 2, our time should be recorded for us, and then we should be able to log it into our log and then start the process over again. So let's make sure that it does that. Press run, press splat number 1, it's lighting up, we heard the sound, it's doing everything it should. So this is the time where you would be exercising, and then if you're done, you would press splat number 2 and your time should be recorded. So we made some sort of mistake along the way, because instead of recording our time, it reset to 0. So let's see where we went wrong. Let's see. So in splat number 2, we have our stopwatch, and then I see it right now. So we set our stopwatch to 0. We forgot to add a delay in between for ourselves. So what we need to do is let's move our cheer so that as soon as our stopwatch ends, we hear a cheer, and then let's give ourselves a 10-second delay so that we can record our time, and then we'll play the ref whistle to let us know that our stopwatch is going to reset. Give ourselves that delay again, and then light all the splats up with green to signal to us that we can begin the process over again. And then over here in splat number 1, even though we didn't let the clock run out, I'm thinking that I would like to see all the splats light up red when the ref whistle sounds the first time. And then we'll add the delay and then a ref whistle to round it out. And then let's run our code now and see if it works this time. So press run, splat number 1, and then when we press that splat number 2, our time should be recorded. It works great this time. So here's our time, 10-second delay, and then when the ref whistle sounds, the stopwatch should reset to 0. And it did, and it lit up green for go. So that's great. So the way you would use this as a circuit is you would use the stopwatch to see how long it takes you to do something, and then you would also incorporate splat number 3, the countdown, if you wanted to see how many of an exercise you can do. So don't forget to save your code. You're going to need it for our next activity.